Hey guys, this is Chris from Rekkid Talk, and so this is a contest entry for Rick and Records. It's his double down contest. So the idea, it's not like a blackjack double down. Basically, you're showing records that you have doubles of and kind of talking about why. And when I was going through things, I found I have a ton of examples where it's like, oh, I had it on CD and now I have it on vinyl. I was trying to be a little bit more interesting with my choices than that. They kind of break down into two main categories, and then I have one that doesn't really fit into either of those categories. One of the categories is pressing nerd issues. I'm not like an audiophile. I'm not super concerned with original pressings or audiophile grade records. But there's still a few examples where I had something that doesn't sound as good as another one. There's also fanboi completist issues that will come into play a couple times, and then there'll be sort of a wild card as well. So let's do the pressing issues first. So this is one of the top selling records in history, so I have two copies of it. So this is Fleetwood Mac's Rumors from 1977. So this one, which is still in its shrink, it still has an original price tag from Walmart. It got marked down from $7.98 to $6.37. So this was a 1977 pressing. It wasn't the very first one. This one happens to be a Winchester pressing. Right now on Discogs, it's sold in the past for $7 to $35. There are some dreamers trying to get three digits for it, which is Fantasyland sort of stuff. The commenters on Discogs have lots of good things to say about this. This is definitely the better of my two. And then, then the second one here, which you can see is sort of yellowing, this is the maybe not so desirable, manufactured by Columbia House under license, the 1983 Columbia House version of Fleetwood Mac Rumors. I did only pick it up for like $2.50 in an antique mall. I just picked it up for cheap. I figured, hey, maybe at some point I'll have the right person to give it to. I will, and this one should probably go to a teenage girl with her Crosley, because this is certainly, again, I'm not a big pressing nerd, but this is not a good sounding one. Nobody on Discogs talked about this. It's never sold for more than $20 on Discogs. So the other one in sort of the pressing nerd category is my Enter the 36 Chambers by the Wu-Tang Clan. I don't have an OG of it. I originally bought Enter the Wu-Tang, the 2017 reissue, on one black disc, one album, and it's all right, but it's not great. And then I actually did jump on the opportunity in 2021 to get the Vinyl Me Please version, part of the Essentials track. Enter the Chamber, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. This one spreads the album out over two discs, and it comes on a fancy gold colored vinyl. This pressing got mixed reviews. It's basically either you got a pretty good copy and it's definitely outperforming that 2017 issue. There were, I think, a number of people who had to return theirs. I wasn't in that position. So, double the Wu-Tang Clan. Now let's talk about some fanboi issues. I'm a fanboy of Jack White and Third Man Records. There's that Third Man Records flag back there. So my favorite my favorite White Stripes album is White Blood Cells, Dead Leaves in the Dirty Ground, and Hotel Yorba, and The Union Forever, and a lot of other really cool songs on there. And I also have, this isn't exactly a double because these aren't the same, but I have the Third Man Vault White Blood Cells XX. So this was the 20th anniversary issue of this that came out. in 2021. Original albums from 2001. This isn't an OG, by the way. So this actually comes with 2 discs, and the 2 discs are, one of them is like demos and the other one is live, and one of them is on white vinyl and the other one is on red vinyl. So it's not totally the same, but same songs. It's just the box set deluxe edition has different formats, different versions of those songs. I do have this on CD as well, that I didn't pull out. Then, of course, since we're getting to fanboy completionist stage, we've got some Juliana Hatfield. And so here's her album, Only Everything. Was not originally released on vinyl in the United States. There was a European version on vinyl that packed 14 songs onto a single disc, which I do not own. About 5 years ago, there was a Run Out Groove reissue of it on 2 discs. And what they did was they spread the original album, the 14 songs, onto 3 sides and used the 4th side for 4 bonus tracks. This is the 10-inch single of Universal Heartbeat, one of the songs on the album, the first single. These other 3 tracks were not on the original album. Those are 3 of the 4 songs on the bonus side. There's also an alternative version of the song, I think it was, Live On Tomorrow. Of course, if you're not a Juliana Hatfield fanboy, you probably don't see the need to have both of those. And just for fun, I've also got CD versions. I've got the regular American CD. I've got the Japanese CD with the obi. The Japanese CD has the 3 bonus tracks, which were the 3 songs off the 10-inch single that were not on the album. I also have the never opened Fuzzy Buffalo version of it. So that's more like quintupling down on Juliana Hatfield. And finally, the last one is more an album I bought 2 copies of, and now I don't really understand why. So this is Why the Mountains Are Black, Primeval Greek Village Music from 1907 to 1960. So this is like archival field recordings of sort of traditional folk Greek music. There's a lot of sort of the Greek version of bagpipes on here. It's not the world's easiest listen. I am into Greek folk music. At some point, and this was actually something that, strangely enough, did come out on Third Man Records. At some point, and this is still sealed, I bought another copy of it, intending to give to somebody, and that's never happened. At some point, I should give this sealed copy to the kind of person who would appreciate it. If that's you, you should maybe mention it, and maybe I would pick you for some VCLT. So, doubling down on Greek village music as well. So there you go, Rick. Some doubles from my collection.